Denver 8 TV. Your city, your source.
And we are kicking it off here at College View Elementary School, and we're really happy to be here and want to thank everybody for participating today. There's a couple of things that I wanted to share with you, and then we have some other important guests in addition to Miles. Really? Yes. And then, you know, the other thing that Miles does is he gets us moving and gets us active, and that's another important part of having that activity today. So let's give Miles a hand. And he's not leaving yet. There's some other kids that are going to have a chance to have a summer lunch and do some more activities, so don't worry, he's not leaving yet. So my name is Darlene, and I'm with the Department of Agriculture, Food and Nutrition Service, and I'm happy to be here to be part of this summer kickoff. Just so you know, and really how important it is, there are millions of kids across the country who eat school lunch and breakfast for free or reduced price across the school year. What happens to those kids in the summer? Very few kids get a chance to have those meals in the summer, and we're working really hard to expand this important program so that you can get good, nutritious food throughout the summer. Isn't that a good thing? In addition to Colorado, there are schools and churches and rec centers and all kinds of places across the country that are having programs like this, and we need more of that to happen in the state of Colorado as well as across the rest of the country. And so it's really important. A lot of people work hard to make this happen. So I'm going to recognize a few organizations because they're really important here in Colorado. The Colorado Department of Education, Denver Public Schools, the Western Dairy Association, Hunger Free Colorado, Food Bank of the Rockies, Denver Inner City Parish, Denver Office of Children's Affairs, and I want to thank also all the sponsors across the state for their participation and their partnership. Woo! This means people really do care about you all year round. Aren't you lucky? Yeah, because you're such an important part of Colorado and moving forward in Colorado. I'd also like to thank Tricia Stevens from Congresswoman Diana DeGette's office and State Senator Irene Aguilar, for being here today. I appreciate your attendance. Thank you so much. Now I'd like to introduce our second special guest, because Miles was first, but he's really, really, really important. And I'd like to introduce Mayor Michael B. Hancock. He's been mayor of Denver since 2011, and we appreciate all the work that he does, and especially for you being here today, sir. Thank you so much for being here.
Darlene. Give it up for Darlene one more time. Give it up for Miles one more time. One of the coolest mascots in the country, right? Hey, listen, turn to the person to your left and say, shh. Now turn to the person to your right and say, don't you talk to me like that again. Now, shh. It is an absolute pleasure to be here with Darlene, with Rosemary Rodriguez from the Board of Education, Senator Aguilar from the state legislature over here, and you're going to hear from former All-Pro, wide receiver of the Denver Broncos, the one and only. You guys probably didn't watch him play, did you? Listen, how many of y'all remember Eric Decker? Well, he gave Eric Decker his number. He was one of the best Super Bowl playing wide receivers of the Denver Broncos, Ed McCaffrey over there, number 87 of the Denver Broncos. Listen, shh. I am such a fan of Denver kids. My whole ambition is to make sure that we have the best possible services for all of Denver's kids. And my hopes for you are big as well. That means I want you to go to school, and I want you to thrive in school. That means I want you to graduate. That means I want you to come back, and I want you to be good citizens in Denver, future leaders of this city, I want you to be the most productive people this city has ever seen. I want the next mayor to come from this room right here. Right?
Amen.
I want the next Ed McCaffrey to come from this room right here.
Amen.
Right? I want the next Miles, the mascot, to come from this room right here.
Amen.
Right? And the best way we do that is to make sure that you live healthy lives. And it starts with making sure you have access to good, healthy, nutritious meals. Don't you agree? Don't you feel better when you eat well? Well, the summer food service program does exactly that. We know that during these warm months while you're out of school, you're limited to access of healthy, nutritious meals. Well, the summer food service program is designed to fill that gap and make sure that you eat well every day. And so while you're here, we're all partnering, and Darlene mentioned all the partners who've come together to say that we care enough about the well-being of Denver's kids to make sure they have access to healthy meals. You know how many kids were served last year through the summer food service program? Just guess.
100.
100 what?
2 million.
1.3 million meals were served last summer, right? 1.3 million kids. And that's thanks to a lot of hard work of all the partners, the USDA Mountain Plains Regional Office, the Colorado Department of Education, the Office of School Nutrition, and 76 Colorado sponsors overseeing 496 programs throughout the state of Colorado. We're going to do it again this summer. We're all gearing up to make sure you have access to healthy meals because we don't want you to lose any of your learning that you picked up during the school year. And if you eat well and you feel good, then you're going to be willing to learn during the summer, right? So before I leave, how many are going to make sure they have a nutritious meal every day? How many are going to lay off the soda and the candy and have some good fruit? Huh? How many are going to read something this summer? Promise? You promise? Say, I promise. All right, raise your right hand.
Raise your right.
Dear Mayor Hancock,
Dear Mayor,
and all the people of Denver,
and all the people of Denver,
to Miles the mascot,
to Miles the Master,
to All-Pro Super Bowl winning wide receiver Ed McCaffrey,
All-Pro Super Bowl,
to Senator Aguilar, to Director Rosemary Rodriguez, I promise to eat a healthy meal every day in camp. Put the soda down. Put the candy away. And eat some fresh fruit. And I do promise to read every day this summer. Oh, no, I saw some of y'all go, no, I ain't doing all that. Read up. To read every day this summer.
To read every day this summer.
Give it up for the summer food service program. Thank you all. Go have a great summer.
Let's give a hand to Mayor Hancock. Really, thank you for being here today. It really means a lot. We have some more special guests, and to introduce our next special guest is a special lady, and her name is Tammy, and she's going to come up. She's from the Western Dairy Association, and she has a lot to do with Fuel Up to Play 60 and getting our guests here. Let's give a hand to Tammy.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? Woo! Well, we're so happy to be here with Western Dairy Association and the Fuel Up to Play 60 program. How many of you have heard of Fuel Up to Play 60? All right. Well, Miles does a lot with Fuel Up to Play 60. We take him to schools around the state to do a Fuel Up to Play 60 assembly, so hopefully we can come back here this fall and do an assembly. How about that? Yeah. Well, I have the privilege of introducing Ed McCaffrey, former Denver Broncos wide receiver. Give it up for Ed. Woo! He retired from the National Football League in 2004 after playing with the New York Giants and the San Francisco 49ers, and he finished here in Denver with the Broncos. And with the Broncos, he won 2 Super Bowls. So he was a part of those great Super Bowl teams. He established himself as one of the game's most popular players and excelled as one of the NFL's toughest and most dependable wide receivers. And you probably currently hear his voice on KOA. He actually serves as a Broncos analyst for 850 KOA radio. So with that, I'd like to introduce Ed McCaffrey, and he's here on behalf of Fuel Up to Play 60.
All right, let's hear it for Tammy. Thank you. How many of you guys are ready to fuel up and play 60? Yeah? All right, I mean, what a great program. Look at all the important people that are here talking about eating right and living active lifestyles. It means a lot to a lot of different people. A lot of different organizations came together to put this program together. So thank you to the NFL and the Western Dairy Council and USDA and Mayor Hancock, everybody that's here today. Everyone played a part in putting this program together because they know through their experience that eating right and staying active will make you healthier. It'll make you happier. You guys want to get better grades?
Yeah!
It'll help you get better grades. You guys want to make more friends?
Yeah!
It'll help you make more friends. It'll help you play better in sports. Your body is your temple. It starts right here. You ever run into a kid at class that's a little cranky? Maybe they got up, they didn't get a good night's sleep, they didn't eat breakfast. They're ready to get in a fight, or they're arguing with people, or in a bad mood. We see it on the road all the time. Angry drivers, right? They're tired, they're hungry, they get in a bad mood, they honk at someone, and then all of a sudden that makes somebody else angry and they honk at someone, right? Well, when you eat right and you stay healthy, you become happier. You're in a better mood. You think clearer. Your body can run faster and lift more weight, and it's more fun to play, and you have a better personality. All these things. We talked about the next mayor coming out of this room. It could happen. It could happen. Maybe one of you guys will play in the NFL, but no matter what you do, you'll do it better if you eat right and stay active. I got to play in the NFL for a long time, and one of the things I loved the most about it was being part of a team, working with other people towards a common goal together. And it was, we won a lot of games, we lost a lot of games, we talked about the Super Bowls, but what I take from playing sports and team sports is that you work together with other people from all different walks of life towards a common goal. I think that's what it means to be human, and that's really what allows us to feel happiness and fulfillment. So you guys, I know, have made a pretty big promise to Mayor Hancock.
Yes, sir.
You're going to eat right. You're going to stay active. You're also going to read. I feel the pressure. I made the same promise. I'm going to have to do all these things this summer. But what you do together as part of this program will make College View Elementary a better school. It'll make your community a better community. It'll make the state of Colorado a better state. What you're doing is good for you, and it's good for everybody. Now, sometimes in the summer we get off of our routine a little bit, right? We don't just show up to school in the morning, go to class, eat lunch, leave at the end of the day, go to play on a sports team. If we do that, we get off our schedule, and so there's a little threat that maybe we'll stop eating healthy, or maybe we'll stop being active. But I know that if I had a free meal that's healthy every day, provide it to me, I'd do everything I could to get down there and eat that free meal. And guess what? While you're here, some of your friends will be here. Maybe you could play a little basketball or soccer, or football, hopscotch, you name it, before or after your meal. That way you're coming down, you're getting a free meal, you're staying active, and more importantly, you're having fun. So I applaud you guys for the commitment that you've made and the promises that you've made to try to help yourselves, help your friends, help your school and your community. Continue to eat right, continue to stay active, and again, thank you for having me, and I'm going to try to do the same thing you're going to try to do, eat healthy, stay active, do a little more reading, and we'll all be in this together, so thank you.
Denver 8 TV, your city, your source.